Hey, welcome to Adopted Geordies, brought to you by BetMGM. I'm Andy Jaye, sat with Mr. Ryan Taylor, and we have a very, very special guest. Now, I had to fanboy a little bit before we started recording, just so that I wouldn't fanboy too much during the recording, because he is a hero. It's the one and only Jonas Gutierrez is in the house. Come on, all the way from Argentina. How are you?
Fine. Really happy to be here. It's a pleasure. So yes, now long time that I don't been in England. So glad to be back.
I mean, doesn't he look brilliant?
Mate, I can't get over how good he looks. I'm really jealous of him. I was just chatting to him before, but yeah, it's what you don't realise there, mate, is one of the most special men I've ever came across. I know you fanboy him, but I still fanboy him as well.
Well, just tell me something nice about Ryan, so that we can all have a little cry together.
Now, for me, Ryan. Well, we have a really good relationship with Ryan. James Birch, we Shola, we been Colocini, of course. We've been like a really good group all together. We have fun. We laugh all the training ground and all the travels that we do with the team. So, and always a pleasure when I arrive here to see him. And sometimes we speak in the social media. So he's a fantastic guy. So happy to see him often, more when I come here.
Love that. I mean, less fanboying there, Ryan. But you know, take
we had to get that out of the way,
compliments.
didn't we? No, we spent a lot of time together. We sat close in the changing room, but the one thing I never ever got to go to was Colo's party.
Oh,
Never got to go because I was injured, and I lived facing him and I could hear the noise, but I was injured. But yeah, that was the one regret I have. I didn't get to see him in his element at Colo's party.
we've clearly got to come onto these parties. That would be good. But Jonas, let's talk about your arrival to start with at the club, because you came in, you and Colocini arrived together, signed for Kevin Keegan.
Yeah.
What was it like, sort of appearing in Newcastle at St James's Park for the legend that is Kevin Keegan? How did it feel signing in?
It was unbelievable. For me, I always, when I was young, I always watched the English Premier League in Argentina in the morning on Sunday. So for me, it was a dream to play in the English football. No, so when I have the opportunity to join Newcastle, more that what it means. Keegan for football from Newcastle, so it was so special, no? So when I have the opportunity, I went to join the club, and it was fantastic. And after a few days, Colocini joined as well. So it was incredible that we came together, because for me it was special to be in the English football, and more then in the city of Newcastle, that I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it was your debut. I'm sure you remember it.
Yeah.
But I remember on Match of the Day afterwards, because you came in and us fans, we were like, who is this guy with the amazing hair? And apparently he's got a Spider-Man mask for a celebration. But that was kind of as much as we knew, right? And then your debut, you were just unbelievable. And I think Alan Hansen on Match of the Day said, this is the best debut I have ever seen in the Premier League. I mean, you really lit it up, didn't you?
Yeah, I remember that. And it was unbelievable, because to play away at Old Trafford, that big game against Manchester United, and to make an impact on the game, it was fantastic, no? So yes, then I had to build it up all the rest of the time, no, because it was my first game, and then a lot of game after that. But yes, it was, for me, it was one of the best moments, not to make that impact in the first game on the league, my first game, and give me a lot of confidence to go up.
We didn't see the Spider-Man mask enough, though, Jonas. What happened there? It was you had it in your sock, right?
No, I have my underwear,
No wonder you didn't want to put it on.
yeah. But well, it smells good as well.
Where did that come from, though? Where did the Spider-Man thing come from?
To be honest, I was playing in Mallorca. I went to the cinema, and after the cinema, the movie, I met a child with a boy with his dad, and he asked me to do something special if I score. If I score, I say okay. I'm going to make a good celebration, and it was the movie Spider-Man. So I have the idea. I like Spider-Man to go to the job, get the mask. After that, I score. I put the mask, and when I arrive to Newcastle, all the fans start calling me Spider-Man because they know about that celebration.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it was brilliant. I absolutely loved seeing it. Your time at Newcastle, we will talk about towards the end. We all know how it finished. We'll talk about that later. I want to talk about the glory days first because you had some unbelievable moments. You played under some great managers in some great teams. What are the standout memories for you? What games do you remember? Who did you love playing with?
It's my 7 years. I think I have a lot of good memory. All the good teammates. Well, Ryan, Percy, Robbie Elliott, Shola, to play with Ben Arfa, with Cabai, Tim Krul, Steven Taylor. A lot of players that I still having a good relationship. And then games like when my debut against Manchester United, my last game, it was like something that I have really special. When I came on against Liverpool, that I came from the bench and I came from for Ryan, so that was special as well.
Man United,
Man United, sorry, Man United.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So a lot of things happen in that 7 years to me, no? When we get the champion from the championship, that the first year that you got relegated, and then the second year you can get promoted. So a lot of things happen. Manager like Kevin Keegan, Chris Hudson, that for me they were unbelievable. I have a lot of good things about them. They were really good for me and with the team. No, so it was really special all the time that I spent in Newcastle.
One player he didn't mention then was he's no longer with us, is Czech Tiote. He was another one. He was a special guy, wasn't he? He was big special mention to Czech. Honestly, mate, he was. Yeah, he was. And I'm lucky enough. I mean, I always used to like collecting shirts and stuff. And he gave me one of his Ivory Coast shirts, and I still have it in the house now. Number 9, funny enough. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, he played number 9 for Ivory Coast. Yeah, but yeah, he was just another guy we miss.
He was a fantastic guy. It was sad he passed away. But in the changing room, he was always funny and happy guy.
Always smiling.
Always smiling. So, then on the pitch, he tackled everywhere. But he was fantastic, tough player. It was so sad when we listened about that. But it was a really nice guy.
So we know that you had these brilliant seasons, turning on amazing performances, and you played in a number of positions, incidentally, both wings and midfield. You really got used in a number of roles, which was brilliant. But of course, the end of your career at Newcastle was pretty rotten. I mean, you were diagnosed with testicular cancer. You went back to Argentina to get that taken care of. Your hairstyle changed. Yeah. You still look cool, though, man. You came back. Didn't he look cool with the shorter hair?
He rocks it well,
yeah. I mean, you had these long flowing locks, and then you had this really cool sharp cut, which looked great. Could you just talk us through that time? Because it was a very emotional time for you, of course.
Yes, for me, to have a testicular cancer was something new. I didn't know about cancer, about that type of illness. But it was an experience, and I think in life, all the experience, you had to take the positive things, yes, I have to go through the treatment about the chemotherapy. That is something hard for the body, but that is the things that you have to do to get healthy, So it was a tough time because you don't have energy to do something. And I didn't know if I was going to be able to play football again. So in that moment, I don't think if I'm going to be able to play football again. It's not the main thing. Is it was okay. I had to recover, so I listened to all the doctor, do all the things that they told me to do. Well, after I start with the chemotherapy, and the time is going up. I still feeling like better. The news from the doctor were good, you know. After I have uh, the doctor tell me that I was okay, I start thinking, okay, well, now I try to play football again. It was nice because the body has memory, you know. So at the beginning it was hard. I can't run like 2 meters, but after a few days, I still feeling better, better and better. Um, it was hard the first time before I have the chemotherapy because, well, things that uh, Newcastle fans know that they told me to go to another club. That was something hard for me because in that moment when I have first the operation, the only things that I want to do is to be back in Newcastle and to be there in the city with my teammates. Well, they decide me to take another to another place. That was it was hard, but anyway, I was thinking that I'm going to be back strong, and nothing changed my mind of that. No, so but it was a hard thing to happen to me.
Well, let's talk about when you did come back to Newcastle as a player and that fateful goal that you've already alluded to. Just to set the scene for anyone that doesn't remember, it was the last game of the season. We were on course to be relegated.
Yeah.
We had to win the game. We were playing against West Ham. You were on the field and you scored the goal that saved the club and stopped them from being relegated again.
Yeah, to me there are two things. You know, it was something so sad because it was my last game.
Right.
You know,
And you knew that at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that could be the last
Well,
game.
we were in the same position, weren't we?
Yeah.
But you, as footballers, if there's no speak of a contract or there's no noise, you understand.
Yeah.
That's
you know,
it.
Yeah.
This-
So
I'm out now.
I'm in the same.
Yeah,
We're in the same mindset, yeah. So you know, he played. I sat on the bench and I watched that own goal go in.
Yeah.
He still claims it. I watched that own goal go in.
That was how very dare you? That was an unbelievable goal. I mean, what was it like from your perspective,
No.
Jonas? Because obviously you didn't just score it. You then sort of with your celebration, it felt like you were sending a message as well.
For me, it was like something. Well, I told you it was so sad because if I watch back, it was my last game. But if I have one game that I have to say that have to be my last game in Newcastle, it had to be something like that because it was so special. No, we've been battled for the relegation. It was the last game of the season at home with 52,000 of Geordie making noise. That was unbelievable, like always, of course. And then that I can get the assist to the first goal and then make the second one was something special, no? And then when finish the game and I can speak to all the stadium in the middle of the park, it was something that is always in my memories. It's something that I think it's the best moment in my career. You know, I had to tell this because it's like to make a movie. You had to say it was really special.
It's the fairy tale ending.
It's like
Yeah.
that celebration isn't pre-planned, is it? You don't like, you know, it's if I score, I'm going to do this. It's not pre-planned whatsoever.
No.
It's just it exploded from
Yeah.
you, didn't it?
Yeah,
that time
yeah.
because
Well-
there was players trying to get you.
Yeah.
No, get off. Shit, come off. Big ears come out. Yeah. So you know that was just passion, wasn't it?
Passion,
Just pure
it was-
passion.
and something that I have inside that I want to take it out. You know, and
Yeah.
I think it was in the best time and in the best the best things that I can make.
It was a heroic moment. It was absolutely amazing. Jonas, the show is called Adopted Geordies. It's for people like us who absolutely love the club but don't sound like we're from the area. It's fair to call you an adopted Geordie, isn't it? You still love Newcastle, the area, the people, the team.
For me, Newcastle is like part of my life. I always went, well, till when I play my last game, I stay like nine years that I didn't come back to Newcastle. And then when I arrived, the last time was unbelievable. The love, well, on social media, I always receive the love of the fans. But when I arrived to the city again, it was unbelievable. I can't explain the love that they give me, how I love the fans, the city, all the people that work at the club, that they are incredible. So for me, I have great memories. I love to come to England and to Newcastle. I always say that once a Geordie, you always a Geordie. You know, for me, it's so special. I love the city. I love the fans. It's the best thing that I can. If I see, I watch all my career in football. If I had to take one time of period of it had to be my 7 years in the club, you know, and because it was unbelievable, because the teammate that I make, the city, the fans, so it's something really really special, and I'm so glad when I have to come back. Today that we are in this type of game, the special that is to be here is fantastic.
I have to do one last thing, Jonas. I hope you don't mind, but I have to talk to you about Argentina just very quickly, because there are two things that I want to say to you. When Diego Maradona was the coach, he said, there are three players in my team, Messi, Mascherano and Jonas. I mean, that must have been unbelievable.
Well, we know how massive is Diego for the world of football. You know, it's something like this. Amazing, no? It's sad that he's not here with us anymore. He always have a lot of words for me that were so special, no? To say that in the squad is Messi, Mascherano, and me. We are talking about a national team that is Argentina, that is so difficult to be involved in in the squad, and more if the manager say that. So I'm more Diego Maradona. So it's something really special. I didn't know him before. I've been Yeah, I just watch him on TV, but I never have that a relationship with him. And then when I arrived to the national team, we have a really good understanding, and well, of course, I love him, and he have a really he loved me as well, because all the things that he always talk about me was fantastic. I say when I was in the national team, when I have the illness as well, he always have give me a phone call and talk to me about, okay, what you need, you are going to be back. So yes, it's so special to have that thing of Diego.
My absolute last one for you, Jonas, I promise. And this is one of those debates that has been kind of permeating football now for maybe decades. You've also been singled out for praise by Messi, who many consider to be the best player in the world, best player that ever lived. You played with him for years and years for your national team. But there is a great debate, so you can settle it, because you've played with both of them. Is Messi better than Ryan Taylor, or does Ryan edge him?
For me, Ryan is the best. Ryan.
Andy,
You
Messi,
owe him £100, mate.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Messi's got nothing on me, has he, Jonas?
No.
Ryan, Them
Ryan.
Ballon d'Ors went to the wrong person.
Oh, mate, you did it. We got it. Jonas, it's been a sheer joy. When they told me you were up for coming on, flying all the way from Argentina to be with us, I was humbled and overjoyed, and it's been such a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for everything you've done for us, and thank you for being part of the show today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
What a pleasure. You've been with Adopted Geordies, brought to you by BetMGM. My goodness, we've had Jonas Gutierrez on the show. Ryan Taylor's here. I've been Andy Jaye. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.